So let's talk about antivirus. A lot of people come and say antivirus is what you need for cybersecurity. And it's true, you need antivirus for cybersecurity. Absolutely, hands down. If you don't have an antivirus in place, you don't have a good cybersecurity plan. Cybersecurity alone antivirus cannot stand alone as your cybersecurity plan. But it is a key component to your cybersecurity plan. So let's look at what antivirus you should be selecting if you're going to have a cybersecurity plan. And I'm not giving any recommendations here today, but let's look at some key components that you need to have in antivirus. One of the very first things I look at when it comes to antivirus is not the best product or whatever the features and benefits it may or may not have, but I really look at the ownership of the product that is out there and where they're invested. We really want to look for antiviruses that are owned by companies that are really respecting the interest of our companies. And this is why I sometimes have to work with a couple of different antivirus softwares and products. But for the most part, the types of antiviruses that I use or resell through our packaging is going to well represent the type of clients that we're serving. So that's something that you really need to look at. Some antiviruses are personally owned by nation states or corporations that are really out to hurt you as a business. So you really want to look at the ownership of that and look at the ownership of how they're investing. So they may be in a country or owned by owners who are, based in your country, which is a good thing. But you want to make sure that they haven't gone to what's called private equity, where a big conglomerate has bought up that antivirus company because there's a lot of money in it, and now it's only meant to serve the investors, serve private equity, and make sure that it makes money. Because we're not investing money into research and development of the product. If we're not investing money into a good team, a good security operations team, all of a sudden your antivirus is not as quality as it would be before. So that's what you should really look at when it comes to antivirus and who owns it. Working with a managed service provider can really help you make that choice because they're vetting their antivirus based on these items. And then if you vet a managed service provider, you're going to have a good antivirus. Use an antivirus that has encryption just as a part of its normal working environment. That it's very, very difficult to uninstall from your machine, okay? And I mean this in a way where you can't click a button and it's gone from your machine. Because if you can click a button easily and uninstall, so can the hacker. Look for an antivirus that just isn't looking at a repository or a database of known threats for the day. They all should do that. We have to go a little bit further. We need an antivirus that looks at the behavior of the user, the behavior of the software, and really says this is abnormal and let's stop this thing before we have an attack on us. That's what a good antivirus will do. If you have an antivirus that's just scanning, telling you that we know this is a threat because we saw this yesterday, that's not good enough. We need an antivirus that can catch threats before we know they're a threat. We need antiviruses that catch threats but we didn't know about, but like a security guard, they know certain things that are going on and they can stop them from happening. Those are really some of the key components you should look at when you are selecting antivirus.